Across our organization, Sue commands respect from every corner, and I think that comes from a respect for her analytical skills, her personality. It's exuberant, it's enthusiastic, and most importantly, her ability to analyze multiple facets of a difficult situation quickly, find a path to a decision, and do all of that reflecting on a core of ethical-based leadership.
She inspires you to do your absolute best, to work long hours, to get the best result, but it's always because you know that she's going to be there right alongside you, working hard and giving her best as well. The culture that she's created, the environment that she wants around her, is one of very hard work, but also a fun-loving one, where people are enjoying what they're doing, they're getting good results, but they're spending they're putting in long hours and working hard at it.
Sue is a great role model for young women, but frankly, I think Sue's a great role model for all young people. She takes position, she stands up, she's willing to do the hard work. She's willing to argue how she feels about certain things. She's very careful about the company doing the right things, and I totally respect that.
Most CFOs are good at the numbers, but Sue is really good at strategy. She has an eye for talent, and she has a real vision as a CFO. If you're dealing with Sue, if you're giving her a report, it better be accurate, it better be thorough, it better be well thought out, and it better be on a spreadsheet.
What motivates me is a combination of challenge and an ability to have an impact and an ability to win. One of my favorite sayings that I think about a lot as it relates to life and work is carpe diem. Live for the moment, challenge yourself, do things that scare you, and really focus on the journey rather than the destination. I think the thing that stands out the most for me is that in an organization like Yahoo, in order to be successful and to have an impact on the company, you really have to motivate teams of people to buy into your vision and to execute on the plans. In some ways, it's like being a conductor of a symphony. It's not the individual notes, but it's the combination that makes music. I think women need to be aware of the fact that there are a variety of different roles they can play. And some of those roles, the impact and contribution is very visible and measurable externally. And other roles really requires your boss to recognize those contributions and to communicate those to the rest of the organization. And that's a little bit out of your control. So sometimes I think it's helpful early on in a woman's career to be in a role in which their contributions are very measurable and visible.
About 9 years ago, when Yahoo went public, she and I worked on the IPO. And during the weekend that we were crafting the Yahoo IPO initiation report, I wrote the outline and brought it into her on Monday morning, and we were going to publish it. We were hoping to publish it by the end of that week. She had written the entire report in the time that it took me to write the outline that weekend. She's that productive.
Success for me, I never really thought about whether being a woman played a major role. It wasn't something that I worried about or thought about. It wasn't something emphasized in my family. It was very much go pursue your dreams and follow your heart. I think in hindsight, I've realized how important some of the actions of very brave women before me were in terms of opening up a lot of doors. But it wasn't something that I really thought about or created in my mind as an obstacle. Philosophy that I adopted in college when I was on a sailing voyage. And the captain had this philosophy that was called the 7 Ps. And the 7 Ps are proper prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. And I've never forgotten that, and I always think about that with my own life. I try to think about how to become most prepared for whatever situation it is in advance, and I try to teach my team to do the same.
What I think I admire most about Sue is her ability to balance a very rich family life with a fantastic career. She's great at it, and I think it's something that every woman aspires to do, and she does it with grace and good humor and the respect of everyone around her.
I'd probably sum it up with an old Chinese proverb that goes, of great leaders when they are gone, people will say they did it themselves. I hope that that's how people look at my leadership style.